You walk into the room, see your cat looking absolutely adorable, and naturally, you reach out to scoop them up for a warm cuddle. But instead of leaning into your embrace and purring, they squirm, pull away, or even give you a quick, annoyed swat before walking off. It is incredibly easy to feel rejected in that exact moment. You might even start to believe that your cat is just naturally cold, aloof, or simply doesn't love you as much as you love them. But what if they aren't rejecting your affection at all? What if instead you are just speaking the completely wrong language? The undeniable truth is that we constantly force our human ways of showing love onto a creature that operates on an entirely different set of survival instincts. By doing this, we are unknowingly pushing them further away. There is one fundamental shift in how you interact, one specific thing that your cat is waiting their whole life for you to finally do. Every cat owner has experienced that sting of disappointment when their feline friend simply walks away from a loving embrace. It is incredibly easy to misinterpret this as a lack of affection or a stubborn personality. However, the real reason behind this disconnect is that we naturally express love through human behaviors, like hugging, holding, and constantly touching. To a highly alert, independent creature like a cat, being scooped up and restrained doesn't feel like a hug. It can actually trigger their instinctual fear of being trapped. If you want to build an unbreakable bond, you have to stop loving them like a human and start loving them like a feline. In this video, we are going to decode 7 golden rules of cat interaction based on feline behavioral research and real-world care experience. These 7 steps will show you exactly how to translate your affection into a language they truly understand. Once you piece these together, you will finally unlock that one ultimate thing your cat has been waiting for. Let's start with the very first and perhaps the hardest habit you need to break. The first rule, letting them initiate contact when you walk into a room and see your cat. Your immediate human instinct is likely to reach out, stroke their fur, or scoop them up. But when they duck their head or walk away, you feel rejected. The truth is, a well-known Swiss study on human-cat interactions revealed a fascinating dynamic. When the cat is allowed to approach the human first, the interaction lasts significantly longer and is much more positive. By reaching out first, you are unintentionally invading their space. To a territorial animal, this feels overwhelming, not loving. What your cat is actually trying to tell you is that they need to feel in control of their own boundaries in order to feel secure. The best actionable advice here is to use the one-finger rule. Instead of petting them immediately, simply extend your index finger towards their nose. If they step forward and rub their cheek against your finger, you have been formally invited into their personal space. If they sniff and turn away, respect their choice. Giving them the freedom to approach is crucial. But what about when they choose to be near you, just not physically touching you? This brings us to the second sign of respect you need to master. The second rule, respecting their silent presence. Picture this. You are reading a book on the couch, and your cat comes into the room, but chooses to lie down on a chair in the far corner. Thinking they look lonely, you walk over, pick them up, and place them on your lap, only for them to immediately jump down. We often think that physical distance means indifference, but cats are hyper-vigilant creatures. The very act of choosing to sleep or relax in the same room as you, even from 10 feet away, is a massive display of trust. They are intentionally lowering their guard, because your presence makes them feel safe. By forcing them onto your lap, you disrupt that peace. They are silently saying, "I love you enough to share this territory, but I need my own bubble right now." Sometimes love in the feline world is simply coexisting peacefully without the need for physical touch. Appreciate their silent company and let them be. If this is helping you understand your cat better, take a second to like this video and subscribe. And stay until the 7th and final rule, because it is the ultimate thing your cat is waiting for. The one shift that decides whether they see you as a master or a true lifelong companion. The third rule, returning the slow blink. You might have noticed your cat staring at you from across the room. And suddenly, they slowly close and open their eyes. Many owners either just stare back blankly or look away, missing a profound moment of connection. A 2020 behavioral study from the University of Sussex confirmed that the slow blink is essentially a feline smile. In the animal kingdom, an unbroken stare is often perceived as a direct threat or a challenge. By slowly blinking, your cat is intentionally showing vulnerability. They are dropping their defenses, putting away their weapons, and telling you that they feel completely safe in your presence. The next time you catch your cat giving you this look, do not look away. Soften your facial expression and slowly blink back at them. You are literally speaking their language, confirming that you are not a threat and that you love them back. Communication isn't just about eye contact, though. It also deeply ties into their natural instincts. This leads us to the fourth crucial habit. The fourth rule, honoring their hunting sequence. It is a common scenario. You play with a laser pointer, watching your cat sprint around the room for 20 minutes, but they never actually get to catch the red dot. Or you wave a wand toy but pull it away every time they pounce. Behavioral researchers emphasize that a cat's prey drive requires a complete sequence to be mentally satisfying. They must stalk, chase, pounce, and finally, make a successful kill. When they chase something they can never physically catch, it leads to intense frustration, unreleased adrenaline, and sometimes even destructive behavior. Your cat doesn't just want to burn off energy, they have a psychological need to feel like a successful hunter. To fix this, always end your play sessions by letting them catch a physical toy. Even better, give them a high-protein treat immediately afterward to simulate eating their prey, completely satisfying their natural instinct. While play is a great way to bond, physical touch can sometimes have the opposite effect if you don't recognize the fifth sign. The fifth rule, recognizing overstimulation. You are gently petting your cat. They are purring loudly, and their eyes are closed. Then, out of nowhere, they whip around and bite or aggressively swat your hand. Many owners feel betrayed by this, thinking the cat is being mean or unpredictable. In reality, this is a very common phenomenon known as petting, induced aggression. A cat's hair follicles are incredibly sensitive. What starts as a pleasant, soothing sensation can quickly escalate into a painful, overwhelming static charge across their skin. That sudden bite isn't out of spite. It is a desperate, reflexive reaction saying, "That's enough, I'm getting overwhelmed, and this hurts." To avoid this, you must pay close attention to their body language. If their tail starts twitching sharply, their ears flatten, or their skin ripples, stop petting immediately. Stick to short strokes concentrated around the head and cheeks, and avoid sensitive areas like the belly and the base of the tail. Knowing when to stop touching them is vital, but so is knowing how to act when they feel overwhelmed by their environment. This brings us to the sixth rule. The sixth rule, providing vertical safety when guests arrive. A loud thunderstorm hits, or a new piece of furniture is moved in. Your cat might bolt and hide under the sofa. Human instinct is to soothe, so you might reach under the couch and try to pull them out to comfort them. However, dragging a cat out of their chosen hiding spot skyrockets their anxiety. In the wild, cats are both predators and prey. When they feel threatened, their instinct is to seek high vantage points or dark, enclosed spaces to assess the danger without being seen. When they hide, they are actively regulating their own fear. They need an environment where they can manage their safety on their own terms. Never force your cat out of hiding unless it is an absolute medical emergency. Instead, provide vertical spaces like tall cat trees or sturdy wall shelves so they can observe chaos safely from above. Giving them physical space and choices builds a strong foundation, but all of these elements lead up to the seventh and most profound shift you can make. The seventh rule, being there predictable. Calm anchor, this is the ultimate do this. The one overarching behavior your cat is waiting for. You might be inconsistent, sometimes loud, sometimes quiet, sometimes forcing love upon them, and sometimes too busy to notice them, and you wonder why your cat doesn't fully relax around you. A fascinating study on feline attachment revealed that cats use their human caregivers as a secure base, much in the same way human infants rely on their parents. However, they can only do this if that base is stable. Cats are incredibly sensitive to their environment and are easily stressed by loud noises, sudden movements, and chaotic routines. What your cat is waiting for is for you to become a calm, reliable presence in their life. They are waiting for you to stop forcing human affection on them and start radiating feline safety. Establish a predictable daily routine for meals and playtime. Move gently and speak softly around them. When you stop chasing them for love and instead become a quiet, safe anchor, a beautiful thing happens. You won't have to seek them out anymore. They will choose to come to you, offering a level of trust that most people never get to experience. Loving a cat is not about molding them into a cuddly stuffed animal. It is about learning to listen to a creature with an incredibly subtle language. When you stop forcing human affection and start letting them initiate contact, respecting their silent presence, and becoming a calm, predictable anchor, you will experience a bond deeper than you ever thought possible. You are no longer just an owner. You become their ultimate safe space. What small action of yours do you think, makes your cat feel the most respected today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you learned something new about the way your cat speaks to you, subscribe to the channel for more quiet truths about feline behavior. And if you want to know the everyday habits that are secretly making your cat lose trust in you, click the video on your screen right now, because some of them look completely harmless.